Manipulation, Master the Art of Persuasion, written by Folden, narrated by Patrick Hellis. Copyright 2020 by Folden. Production copyright 2020 by Folden. Introduction. Psychology has been around as a formal science for over 100 years. But it hasn't escaped its original focus. Born in the laboratories of medicine, it has always been defined as the science of psychopathology, meaning what's wrong with us. Perceived in this way, psychology has never been a major contributor to a general definition of human nature. We think about ourselves psychologically only when something's gone amiss. Until about 100 years ago, it was most common to think of ourselves as creatures of God, a God who gave us a small but very powerful piece of himself, his spirit. We still call this piece our soul, meaning the spiritual core of us, though we don't easily think of ourselves as possessing, being in charge of the spiritual entity from which it derives. We usually think of it as something that belongs to some universal presence or process, which we must obey to become totally and safely in tune. Tyranny survived for centuries, basing itself upon this fearful belief. Enter psychology, the secularizing science. What it's doing subtly, which is not yet fully recognized by us, is 1. To claim the soul as belonging to humans, and 2. To discard the notion of psychopathology. This process emancipates psychological science from the laboratories of medicine and its emphasis upon illness. Though it still presumes to be the parent of psychology, medicine itself lacks a unified theory of how the body functions as an ecosystem. Best illustration: drugs, which produce almost as many problems as they solve. Medicine has potential pieces of this theory, but obviously not the whole. Thus, this parent is fundamentally unqualified to define this new psychological aspect of our nature. It hasn't even got its own understanding in order. In recent times, the pathological aspect of psychology is being eliminated in an effort to render everything useful.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?